Welcome back, dear students. It's good to see you all again. Now, let's start with our new session, the Occupational Hazards Part Session 2. Now, last time we had talked about the different types of hazards and we had completed the physical hazards. Now, today we'll be talking in detail about the chemical hazards. When we talk about the chemical hazards, the first thing that should come into your mind is the Bhopal gas tragedy, which was a gas leak incident from a pesticide factory in Bhopal, which was a very major disaster, an accidental exposure, the effects of which is still seen in the area. Now, any hazard depends on the physical state of that chemical. And to understand the health effects, it's very important to know their effect according to the different states, because it determines how it enters the body. For example, a gas may enter the body through inhalation, whereas liquids may be absorbed by the skin, and the effects would depend on that. Let's look at some of the commonly used chemicals in the factories and industries. Acids, caustic substances, cleaning products, glues, heavy metals including mercury, lead, they're all very hazardous, paint, pesticides, petroleum products, solvents, photocopier, and all these hazards, the effect depend on different factors. Like one, the route of entry of the chemicals into the body. Number two, the route of excretion. And number three, the type of chemicals. The route of entry could be different for different hazards, for different chemicals. It could be taken in by inhalation, through respiration, could be taken in by the digestion and ingestion, contact with the skin, or the route of excretion. It could be through stools, through the urine, through respiration, and skin, sweat, nails, hair, etc. The type of chemicals, the state of the chemicals. Now let's start with dust. Dust is something as solid particles which are always produced in most of the industries. It could be due to crushing or grinding or impacting or breaking, and it could be anything. It could be either a rock or a metal, wood or grains. And these particles, if they are big, they would fall down. And if it's about 10 microns or so, it can get into the respiratory system, but again, it will be sneezed out or it would be trapped by the nasal hairs. But respirable dust means less than 3 microns, which can enter into the lungs and deposit in the alveoli, causing reactions and fibrosis. Now, let us take the effects of the different chemicals. It could affect any part of the body, any system, any organ. It could be a nephrotoxic, it could act on the respiratory system, skin, metabolical system, the heart, neurotoxic, and carcinogenic and teratogenic also. Now, according to the different organs and system, Mercury cadmium chloroform is used in battery or chemical industries. They are nephrotoxic, causing acute or chronic renal failure. Solvents, ammonia in chemical industries can lead to irritation, inflammation of the respiratory system, and if they are dust from the mining construction, can lead to pneumoconiosis. Chromium used in plating and petroleum, arsenic, tar could lead to cancer. They are carcinogen. Lead used in manufacture of battery, lead smelting, can lead to diseases of blood like anemia. Benzene can lead to aplastic anemia. It's used as a solvent in industry. Skin diseases, plastic varnish can lead to allergic dermatitis. The acne can result in machine tool operators. The cutting oils and grease could lead to that condition. Hepatotoxic, carbon tetrachloride causing acute liver toxicity, vinyl chloride leading to liver cancer, lead, cadmium leading to hypertension, carbon disulfide leading to atherosclerosis, fluorocarbons leading to arrhythmias. There are many chemicals, many industries causing many hazards. They are very toxic to the different organs. Now, today we'll talk about some common diseases associated with certain exposures. Pneumoconiosis. This is a very important hazard and an important topic for examination. What is pneumoconiosis? It's a lung disease due to exposure of lung for a variable period to dust in the size range of 0.5 to 3 microns, leading to lung fibrosis and other complications. These dust cause inflammation in the lung tissue, leading to fibrosis, because of which the lung loses its elasticity and there is a restriction in the movement of the lung, leading to chronic cor pulmonale fibrosis. Now, some important dust diseases are silicosis, anthracosis, bichinosis, bagasosis, asbestosis, farmer's lung. Now, let's look at the different diseases. Now, silicosis, it's a major cause of permanent disability and mortality, which is caused by the inhalation of dust containing free silica. It's seen in ceramic and pottery industries. The incidence depends on the chemical composition of the dust, the size of the particles, duration of exposure, and individual susceptibility. And this is a notifiable disease in the Factories Act. The next is asbestosis. The asbestos fibers in the form of dust enters into the body by inhalation, and this fine dust may be deposited in the alveoli. Now, asbestos is used in the manufacture of cement, roof tiling, brick lining. Asbestosis, if the person is smoking, the incidence increases and they have a greater risk of developing bronchial cancer also. Anthracosis. It's a fibrosis related to coal dust seen among the coal workers. It manifests as simple pneumoconiosis or progressive massive fibrosis. It's an irreversible condition and it's a very serious condition for the person. The coal dust concentration in the mines should not exceed 2 milligram per meter cube. Otherwise, it's hazardous. Anthracosis has been declared as a notifiable disease also. Then bicinnosis. It's due to the inhalation of cotton fiber dust over long periods of time. The symptoms are cough, progressive dyspnea, ending in chronic bronchitis and emphysema. This is seen in cotton industry, and it is reported to be 7 to 8% in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, and in Delhi. Now, bagasosis. Bagasosis is caused by inhalation of bagasse, or it is sugarcane dust. Bagasse means it's the sugarcane fibers. The symptoms are again breathlessness, cough, hemoptysis, and slight fever. Now, when this sugarcane fibers are collected, uh, the fungi, thermophilic actinomyces, grows, and this is what is responsible for the condition. Then we have farmer's lung again. It's due to the inhalation of moldy hay or grain dust in the farm, where again this thermophilic actinomycetes grows and gives rise to the fibrosis of the lungs. Its repeated attacks cause fibrosis. Now, this is about the respiratory diseases. Now, there's another chemical condition responsible for an important hazard, that is lead poisoning. Lead is used in many of the industrial works, and too many people are exposed to lead. And the important point is mode of absorption is it could be inhaled as fumes or dust. It could be taken in small quantities through the food or contaminated fingers, or it could be absorbed through the skin as an organic compound. Now, the toxicity of any chemical depends or is classified in as per its whether it is a chronic or acute toxicity, or it could be through the contact or local toxicity due to at the point of contact, or systemic toxicity distantly involving many organs. Acute is seen immediately within an hours or one or 2 days after an exposure, and the chronic toxicity depends on the cumulative damage to the specific organs and occurs many months or after many years. Thank you. That's it. Wait for our next session. We'll be talking about the rest of the hazards. So thank you very much. Stay safe. Take care.